found a conflict in this case. As such, it'll be reset until the January 3rd show. That'll be at 1:30. Position 2, Rakeem James. Rakeem James. Is Mr. James with us? I want to check his notice to make sure that that he's gotten proper notice. If he has and does not appear by the end of the calendar, a bench warrant will be granted. Positions 3 and 4, Justin Resto.
Yes, Judge. We did submit proof of incarceration for Mr. Resto, and Ms. Bolton and I discussed this case, both of these cases yesterday. He has just been released from custody on our failures to appear, and those have been lifted. Could we just have the January 3rd status date? He's not represented by the Public Defender's Office yet, but I anticipate that he'll apply for us.
Okay, so we'll put that on the show cause calendar also. Ms. Rosenhoover, let's see, do you have his contact information?
I have his mother's, yes.
Okay, and I know that we just spoke with her in that
Great.
regard. So if you'll qualify him before that date to see if we can move it forward.
Sure thing.
Thank you. Okay, that completes the show cause calendar. The final plea calendar, position number 1, Yata Dugar.
Your Honor, that's Mr. Davis' case, but he had indicated that Mr. Duggar is in the Clayton County Jail, and I did just check, and he is. So unless we've got some sort of miracle electronic connection, don't think that'll be a plea today.
Okay, we'll put that back on the January 3rd final plea calendar. Position number 2, Ramond Green.
Here, Your Honor.
Good morning, Your Honor. Attorney Michael Barber for Mr. Green. That's going to be a plea today.
Okay. Good afternoon. Let's see. Do we have the paperwork completed for that case?
Yes, Judge, we've turned that in.
Okay.
The litigation manager should have it. If not, I can resend it.
Ms. Bolton, do you have that paperwork for the plea for Mr. Green?
Yeah, ask her to resend it, please.
If you wouldn't mind resending it, Ms. Githier, please.
Yes.
Okay, we'll be with you. Thank you. Position number 3, Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson. I'll hold till the end of the calendar to see if Mr. Jackson appears. Position 4, Jeffrey Malone.
Yes, Judge, that's my case. I see that Mr. Malone is present on Zoom and will be requesting a jury trial.
Okay. We will further notice this to the next jury trial calendar, which I believe will be in February. You have everything you need, Ms. Rosenhoover?
Yes, Judge.
All right, Mr. Malone, you're free to go. We will see you back on the jury trial calendar in February. Thank you, sir. Position 5, Carlos Merritt.
Mr. Merritt is here, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Oh, okay. That wasn't for me.
Go ahead.
This should be a plea today. We just need the plea paperwork from whoever's going to get it to us.
Okay, is that Ms. Githier, can you get that paperwork to her?
I will. Just give me a few minutes and I'll get that to you.
Okay,
Thank you.
good. I will be with you, Mr. Merritt. Thank you. Position number 6, Larry Miller.
Yes, Judge, that's my case. He's currently in a diversion program and is working on paying for those anger management classes. If we could just get another compliance date, and he is present on Zoom as well.
Okay. I am going to go ahead and place him on January 3rd. Let's just do the final plea calendar.
That's fine, Judge.
at 1:30. Do you have everything you need for Mr. Miller, Ms. Rosenhuber?
I do, Judge.
Thank you for being here this afternoon, Mr. Miller. You're free to go. Okay. Position 7, Marcus Thomas.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. That's my case, Kate Cleveland for Marcus Thomas. We've got some negotiated plea on that matter. He's here in person. I've just got to let him, oh, there he is right behind me. That'd be ready for the court's consideration.
Okay, very good. Thank you, counsel. Position number 8, Samantha Torsion.
Your Honor, that's Mr. Gaither's case as well. I believed it was going to be a plea, but I have not heard from Ms. Orca.
Is Ms. Torsion with us? If you want to see if you can raise her.
I would, but I don't have any contact her.
Oh, okay.
I can use telepathy, but that's about all.
Has that worked for you in the past?
Never, ever, not once.
Given that's Mr. Gaither's case, I will let him see if he can reach her. We will place it on the final plea calendar on January 3rd.
Thank you.
Position number 9, Devin White.
Oh, good afternoon, Judge. We are present and signed up hopefully for a plea. I say that because I sent the paperwork back to Ms. Reiser. I don't know if she's present. I haven't, like, a different prosecutor, ASA, is here.
Yes, we do have it. I can.
Oh,
resend
wonderful.
it if Ms. Bolton doesn't have that either. I can resend it.
No, I have that.
Okay.
Where-
All right.
Is Mr. White with us?
I saw him on here, Judge. I know I saw Devin's phone, so he is logged in.
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, there he is.
Okay, let me go ahead and take that first since I do have that paperwork. So
Okay.
let's get this behind us so I can get you all on your way.
Oh, I appreciate that so much. Thank you.
It's not a problem. Let me just make sure. Is there anybody on Zoom or that's in the courtroom with me that either came in late or did not hear their name?
Excuse me.
Good afternoon, Judge Renee Rockwell. How you doing?
I'm doing fine, Ms. Rockwell. I hope you are as well.
I'm actually doing great, Judge, because I'm on leave.
Right.
But I had on my, see, you can't let me go anywhere because I get everything wrong. I actually had LaDerrick Lundy on for 1:30 today because I had written it in. He may have showed up this morning.
He did, Ms.
okay.
Rockwell, we rescheduled that case because we knew you had to leave in or we
Okay.
were holding for you till January 3rd status conference calendar.
Thank you, Judge. Can you just tell me what time that will be?
9 a.m.
Thank you so much. May I be excused?
Yes, have a good day. Good to see you.
Thank you, Judge. And thank you for not putting a warrant out on me, Judge, since I didn't show up. Thank y'all. Y'all happy holiday. Everybody happy Halloween. Thank you.
All right. Have a good afternoon. Let's see, Mr. White, if you can raise your right hand for me and unmute yourself.
I'm like, if you just give me 1 second to pull it up.
Oh, okay.
Mr. Corn, I can send you the cell phone number of Miss Torchin that's listed in Odyssey if you'd like.
All right, thank you.
Oh, and I'm sorry, Your Honor, if could we go to position 1 on the show cause calendar? The defendant is here in person.
Okay, let me take the plea, then I'll go back.
Okay.
How old is that?
And I apologize, Judge. I don't want to interrupt you. I think that's all the cases I have on the calendar. May I be excused for lunch?
Yes, have a good afternoon, Ms. Helen. Thank you.
Thanks.
Mr. Khalid Abdullah?
Yes, sir.
Yes, let's see. We have reset your case until January. A show cause calendar. It's my understanding that your attorney has filed a conflict in the matter and can't be with us today. So we have rescheduled it for a time when she can be with us, okay? So you'll get notice of the January trial, with January date. It'll be at 1:30. Okay? You're free to go. Have a good afternoon, sir. Ms. Githier, just let me know when you're ready.
I am ready, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. White, if you can raise your right hand for me. Do you swear affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Okay, you can place your hand down. Thank you, sir. Yes, Ms. Githier.
Yes, Your Honor. For the DUI alcohol less safe, the offer is 12 months to serve 24 hours, credit for time served 24 hours, the balance probated, a $300 fine, 40 hours of community service, alcohol drug evaluation and any required treatment, to participate in the risk reduction program, attend one victim impact panel, and the remaining charges, which are possession of marijuana less than 1 ounce and failure to maintain lane or improper lane change, will be null pros. Does the defendant stipulate to the facts, venue, and ID?
We do stipulate that there's a factual basis.
And Ms. Githier, does the state have any opposition to the probation going non-reporting upon completion of the terms?
No objection.
Okay, Ms. Hoffman.
Your Honor, I would ask for mail-in call-in reporting. He is in Ohio. I know the court's aware of that, and I appreciate you allowing us to do this via Zoom this afternoon.
Mr. White, it's my understanding that in case 20 CR 003598F, you wish to plead guilty to driving under the influence less safe. Is that correct?
Yes.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this afternoon?
No.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with your counsel's representation?
Yes.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on this charge, and that by pleading guilty to it, you're giving up your right to a trial by jury?
Yes.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty?
No.
I'll accept the plea as negotiated, Mr. White. We will get you where you need to call in to report to probation. I ask that you do that within the next 2 weeks or so. And Ms. Githier, if you will get me those null process, I will get those signed and entered. Anything further on Mr. White?
No, Your Honor, and I'll get that null process over right away.
Okay, very good.
Your Honor, nothing additional other than, does the client need to stay online? Will there be any intake meeting with probation this afternoon, or instructions for him on how he first reports?
We will get him the information regarding how he needs to first report. Do you need him to stay online for that, Ms. Bolton?
No, Your Honor, I will forward the information to Attorney
Hoffman. We'll get it to you.
I'll forward the information. Fill out. It's a QR code. Do you know if your client is able to take a picture with the QR code or utilize the QR code?
Okay.
Yeah, I'll use QR code.
Okay, so very good. So we'll get you that information, and if there's nothing further, you both are free to go.
Thank you so much. Have a great afternoon.
Do the same.
All right. Bye-bye.
Okay, I believe that we have additional pleas that we need to take. So as soon as those are ready, you'll just let me know, and I'll go ahead and take those. Are you leaving me? Yes, have a good afternoon. We appreciate it. Okay, whenever you'll get that paperwork together, I'll be happy to take those pleas. Anything else that needs my attention before that?
I just wanted to make sure we had the plea documents on Ms. Thomas position 7. We do have them, and I will email them over to Bolton so that we can go forward on that case.
Okay. So that was one myself. Yeah. No. Okay. Or if I was like, more, the training room, have you ever pulled out a clerk's office? Right. Second floor. And as soon as you get off the elevator, make your way. It's that little item in the corner. All right, ready? Yes, actually, check your phone, I text you. Oh, okay. Yeah, so you see that is two. I didn't feel that. Oh, man, Judge Moore doesn't know what he did. I didn't know what to do. Never, I just want to it's
On that Tuesday, yes, they apparently have a TBD calendar. So that's why we're gonna have the calendar call with 2K and then the trial. You saw my email. Everybody should be ready on that. It should be.
Right. That was crazy, yeah.
You know, and. Of course, there's something on the 19th. It just couldn't do that. Let's make that error again. What happens is when you keep falling, it always is that first Tuesday of the month.
I still have my.
Is it the time?
I'm not used to it with our client.
One of the person,
So because we're.
okay,
Next one on.
calendar.
Arena.
Yeah.
Okay, I was just asking, because you know, we have this new system right here. We can do it after, right after.
All right. So
That's a good number.
everybody knows the week in G30. There's a CMT trial. We can schedule it for that first year. And then, the week of the 21st, you can please, the children. Excuse me, that second week. You say that's- Sounds good. So that's how. All right. Well, thank you. I'm not gonna be here next week, because my son turns 25. And I asked him, so where do you want to go?
I was gonna scan it in. I was gonna. Yeah, just right in the way. I got it.
I wanted to go maybe.
Oh, I
either-
can't hear it. I got it.
I just look at whether it's.
But I'll issue it to them.
Oh, and this time, so. He turns 25. That's my. That's okay. I got. Training autistic. Like he has me, but that was. He doesn't. He will like, he just works. Pretty much he's at home unless he goes with his sister or something. Okay, we gotta go to Japan. Very nice. I'll be back to follow it. I wanna make sure your trial. Anything that I can do. I hope I'm feeling like, let me make sure all of this is situated.
It'll be fine. Thank you.
Uh-oh.
Are we ready on Mr. Thomas?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. If you'll come on up to the podium, please. Run up. Afternoon, Mr. Thomas. Can you raise your right hand for me? Do you swear affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yeah, you can put your hand down. Thank you. Ms. Ms. Kithier.
Mr. I thought, I'm sorry, were we doing position 7?
This is Marcus Thomas.
I think Mr. Birch was gonna be handling that one.
Oh, okay.
The state's recommendation is 12 months of probation, $375 fine, 30 hours community service, alcohol, drug evaluation and treatment, and a risk reduction.
Okay.
And counsel will be no problems.
Just make sure that you take.
And he's pleaded for DUI less safe. Is it amended to reckless? Is it reckless driving or is it?
Yes, Your Honor, it was amended to reckless driving.
Okay. Counsel.
Yeah, Your Honor, other than asking the court to accept the negotiated terms, there was another negotiated term with Ms. Reiser, and that was for probation to early terminate upon completion of those conditions. And we just asked the court to allow for that.
Was there any objection?
No objection.
Okay, termination upon completion of conditions.
And Your Honor, we would like the defense to stipulate to the factual basis of you and I.
We so stipulate.
Okay. Mr. Thomas, it's my understanding that in case 22 CR 001380F, you wish to plead guilty to reckless driving. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this afternoon?
No.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes, Your Honor.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on this charge and that by pleading guilty to it, you're giving up your right to a trial by jury?
Yes, Your Honor.
Has anyone forced you or coerced you to plead guilty?
No, Your Honor.
I'll accept the plea as negotiated. Let's see. We'll give you where you need to report to probation. I just ask that you do that within the first 2 weeks or so, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Good luck to you, Mr. Thomas.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. I missed what you said, Your Honor.
About the probation?
2 weeks to report.
Right. I asked that he just reports within the next 2 weeks. So
Understood.
we'll show you, we'll give him where he needs to go or report. And if he can just do that in the next 2 weeks to get it started.
Understood.
Okay, and the sooner you get through with the terms, the sooner you won't have to pay those fees, and the sooner you won't be on probation. So I encourage you to get this done as quickly as possible if you can, okay?
Appreciate that, Your Honor.
All right.
Thank you, Your
Thank
Honor.
Yes, good luck to you, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor. And that will conclude my business before the court today, if I can be excused.
Yes, have a good afternoon. We
Thank
appreciate
you.
it.
You as well.
Mr. Corn, Miss Torchin joined the Zoom for a momentary second. I'm not sure where she went, but she might join back in a second.
I saw her there, Mr. Glanville.
You can call me Evan.
It's actually my brother's name. I've always loved that. Yeah, we can probably, I did get a hold of her, did log on. She was in an Uber on the way over here, so.
She's back on.
Okay, good. You're on
Okay.
This, I was mistaken, which I'm not gonna be able to see today. We are going to be, asking the case be placed on the trial calendar,
Okay,
jury trial.
so position number 8 will be further notice to the next available trial calendar, which should be in February.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay. Let's see, Ms. Torsion, you'll get notification of that next hearing date, and you're free to go today. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much. Am I free?
Yes, you can go. Thank you. Have a good afternoon.
Thank you so much.
You get that, Ms. Bolton? Position 8, trial calendar?
Trial calendar.
Yes.
Oh, so no reset finally.
Looks like that telepathy thing worked after all.
There you go.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You underestimate your own self.
So jury trial, further notice.
Yes.
Okay.
And Judge, that concludes my business. If I may be excused, I'm so sorry.
Yes, have a good afternoon. Thank you.
Judge, see you tomorrow? Maybe? No?
No, not me.
Judge, never mind. Don't see you when I see
I'll see you.
you.
I'll see you all next week.
No, I have no idea who's gonna be sitting here when I walk in.
Oh, Your Honor. Position 3.
Mr. Jackson?
Yes.
Is he represented?
I don't believe so.
You want me here?
Oh, good afternoon, Mr. Jackson.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing well, sir. Let's see. Do you have counsel representing you on this matter?
I do. It'll be Mr. Partridge. He said he found a conflict with the case, so but I know I was supposed to show up. He told me to show up anyway.
Okay. What's his name?
Durante Partridge.
Has he filed a notice of appearance?
Oh, Mama, Your Honor.
When did you hire him, Mr. Jackson?
This was 3 years ago.
Oh,
I mean, I just spoke with him yesterday, so.
all right. And if you spoke and you told him that you had a court date today?
I told him I had a court date. He said he filed a conflict. And
Okay, let me check on that.
okay.
Your Honor, I don't see an entry of appearance.
Do you have any other cases that you know of? In this case, you're accused of driving under the influence. Do you have any other matters that Mr. Partridge might be representing you on?
No, sir, that's it.
Okay, well, he has not filed a notice of entry of appearance to let the court know that he represents you in this matter. And he has not filed a conflict on your behalf in the matter.
Okay.
So you need to Ms. Walker, you have something?
I can shed some light on this. I thought this
Okay.
is maybe what happened. Mr. Partridge filed an entry in municipal court. Then the case was bound over. He needs to file an entry in the state court. He failed to do so, which is why he's showing for one and not the other.
Okay, so if you'll let Mr. Partridge know that that we need for him to file in the state court that he represents you. I'm gonna go ahead and reset this.
Okay.
And if you will just inform him to make sure that the state court knows that he represents you.
Okay.
Okay, so I will reset this to a final plea calendar on January 3rd. That'll be right. That'll be at 1:30 also. You'll get notice.
Okay.
Mr. Jackson.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Okay. All right. We'll see you back first of the year.
Okay. Thank you. Have a good one.
All right. You do the same, sir.
Thank you.
Do we have any of the other matters that? Please, ready to.
I'm waiting on the paperwork.
I sent the plea documents to Ms. Bolton for position number 2, and I'm working on the plea paperwork for position number 5.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, Father.
So yes, I have the plea paperwork for position 2.
And let me know.
I don't know how.
2 is Brandon Rosenblum, private attorney.
Is that you? Oh.
No, that's Mr. Barber who's on Zoom.
What I was just gonna say, if Ms. Vivier wants to see the paperwork while she works on position 4, you can give it to me. While she works on position 5. I can go
Thank
on
you.
position
I
2.
appreciate it.
All right, we're ready on Raymond Green.
Okay, we ready, Mr. Barber?
Yes, Your Honor.
And Mr. Green, can you raise your right hand for me?
Yes, sir.
Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, you can put your hand down. Thank you. Yes, Ms. Wong.
Yes, Your Honor, this is, and I do need to have them go back and agree to the statements. They didn't actually check any of the statements. It doesn't look like on the plea paperwork form. So we may have to go through their rights with them and have them waive them affirmatively on the record.
Do you have the plea paperwork, Mr. Barber? It doesn't appear that it's properly completed.
All right, I can find it. I don't have it, but I can try and find it.
Your Honor, it wouldn't take, I mean, it's okay with Your Honor, I can just go through the waiver of rights on the record and just go down the list and check yes or no.
Mr. Barber, does that meet with your approval, or would you rather do that with your client?
That's fine, Judge. You can do it. That way we don't have to waste time trying to take more of the court's time for me to get this paperwork together, fill it out, get it over to him.
Okay, you're fine, Mr. Barber. So, Mr. Green, Ms. Walker is going to ask you a series of questions. You have to respond to her in the affirmative or negative, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Green, you've been charged with simple battery and public drunk. Do you plead guilty to the charges which I have just read to you?
Yes.
Are you now under the influence of any medication, alcohol, or drugs?
No.
Have you told your lawyer all the facts and circumstances known to you about the charges against you?
Yes.
Are you satisfied with the services and advice of your attorney?
Yes.
You understand that by entering this plea of guilty, you're giving up the presumption of innocence, the right to a speedy trial, the right to see or hear cross-examine all witnesses against you, to compel production of any evidence, the right to assistance of an attorney hired by you, the right to remain silent and not testify against yourself, and the right to make the state prove the charges against you beyond a reasonable doubt.
Yes.
You understand that the court may sentence you to a maximum punishment of 12 months and a $1,000 fine.
Yes.
Has anyone told you that you will receive a lesser sentence for entering this plea?
No.
Has anyone promised you anything to enter this plea?
No.
Do you understand that the state has recommended the following sentence on simple battery, 12 months to serve, 1 day credit for time served, 1 day balance probated, 12 anger management classes as approved by probation, 40 hours of community service, no contact with David Anderson, and stay away from the Dark Horse Tavern at 1816 North Highland Avenue Northeast in Atlanta.
Yes.
And it's to the public drunk, 12 months probation, alcohol, drug evaluation and treatment, to run concurrent with the last count of possession of marijuana being dismissed. Do you understand that?
Yes.
You understand the court doesn't have to accept that recommendation and can impose upon you the maximum sentence.
Yes.
You understand that if it is less favorable, you may withdraw your plea.
Yes.
Anyone forced to threaten you to enter this plea?
No.
You understand that if you are currently on probation, your probation rights may be affected, your probation may be revoked by your plea to these charges.
Yes.
You understand that if you are not a United States citizen, your immigration status may be affected because of your plea to these charges.
Yes.
You offer this plea freely and voluntarily with full understanding of the charges against you.
Yes.
All right, Your Honor, the state would ask the defense to stipulate to venue factual identification, factual basis and identification.
You do so stipulate, Your Honor.
Okay. Any objection from the state to non-reporting upon completion of the terms?
Your Honor, let me just take a look at the history on this, and I can give an answer to that very quickly.
While she's doing that, Mr. Barber, anything further?
Not at this time, Your Honor.
Your Honor, there's some. Your Honor, there are some additional charges against him that he's going to need to address, and we, at this point, would object to non-reporting.
What type of charges?
So he was arrested July 2023 for distribution of drugs, possession of drug-related objects, possession of firearm during a knife, during commission of a felony, trafficking, and possession of a Schedule II controlled substance. That case, it does not appear has been resolved.
And that's pending in Fulton County?
It does not appear so. It actually appears it is pending. Yeah, it looks like Wilkinson County. Yep, Dublin Police Department.
Okay.
Judge, I'm not entirely sure what new charges would have to do with going non-reporting on completing conditions of the current charges. That's a problem he has to resolve in Wilkinson, not Fulton.
Your Honor, Your Honor asked if the state objects. The state objects. Your Honor can do obviously whatever you wish.
Why I think you should let it go. That's all.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Barber. I am gonna let it go non-reporting upon completion of the term. So Mr. White, I'm sorry, Mr. Green, as soon as you get, and I will accept the recommendations and the negotiated plea. The sooner you get the terms done, the sooner you won't have to report to probation, and the sooner you won't have to pay those fees. So I encourage you to go ahead and try to get that done as quickly as possible. We will send you, Mr. Barber, where he needs to report, and I ask that he would begin reporting within the first 2 weeks, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
And if you'll get me that nod cross, and let's see, I also don't have a completed signature for you, Mr. Barber, on this paperwork. So we'll need to send this back to you so that you can sign.
Is Your Honor comfortable signing with express permission for me? I'll do whatever. I'm just trying to make it easier on the court. But if Ms. Bolton wants to send it to me, I can give her my,
Yeah, I feel more comfortable if Ms. Bolton, send it to you and let you sign, especially since, we
Yes,
have
sir.
to fill it out. So we'll send it back to you. She'll get it to you. Just sign it and send it back to us. Then we'll get it entered. Okay, anything further this afternoon?
This is all I have, Judge.
All right, you all have a good rest of your afternoon. Good luck to you, Mr. Green.
Oh,
Thank you, Your Honor.
I just sent you my email, direct message so that you have it.
Okay, send that to Ms. Bolton. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Your Honor, I just sent the plea documents to Mr. Corn. I don't know if he has his computer with him or not.
I do, see.
Okay, I sent it via DocuSign, so you should have it.
I have not received it yet.
Okay.
You didn't send it to Larry Cohn, did you?
Hold on, let me.
Each other's emails a lot.
Let me go back and just double check.
Especially now that I'm in state court regularly. We do a lot of the same work. Yep.
No problem in that case, so it's the paperwork is signed.
thank you.
Of all the times I could have been prosecuted my freshman year in college for being drunk at Stavro. Man, I was in New Orleans. What are you supposed to do?
Have we confirmed that, Ms. Githia?
It was sent at 2:03. I don't know why it's not showing on his end. I'm just gonna send you a hard copy of it.
Yes. Okay, thank you.
I just emailed a hard copy to you. Did you have? Mr. Corn, did you receive the email? I can't hear him. Everyone's on mute.
He received it.
Oh, okay, thank you.
I was about to say, because I was looking at this right here. This is like, just like the, but can you find this one? It's reckless POAB. Right there. Yeah, reckless. That's yeah. I'm looking for a special conditions program. You want to print one for you? Somebody put it in. You found it?
Oh, excuse me, Your Honor, for position 2, did Ms. Bolton need the plea documents on that as well, or does she have them?
Yeah.
We completed that, Ms. Githia.
Okay, okay, so I didn't mark that off, okay.
It's both. Can
Yes, Your Honor.
we just go over the calendars while we
Okay.
wait this last thing so we'll be done?
Came back from position 2, correct? On show cause, that's a bench warrant.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Judge, I just sent everything back.
Did he send it back?
Do you need something, Mr. Barber?
I was just letting you know I sent everything back with my signature on the 2 pages.
Okay, thank you. We appreciate it.
I don't have it, Your Honor, I'm sorry.
I was waiting for her to get it before I checked out.
Copy as well.
Mm-mm. Thanks. Okay, so is everyone ready?
Did you get Mr. Barber's? We can get him off the line real quick. Did we get his,
No, Your Honor, I don't have his paperwork.
okay. We haven't gotten it quite yet, Mr. Barber. Okay, you can go ahead.
Okay. So I'm gonna start with the show cause calendar. Position 1, reset show cause January 3rd. Position 2, bench warrant, Position 3 and 4 are reset show cause for January 3rd. Orca final plea, position 1, reset final plea, January 3rd. Position 2 was a plea. Position 3, reset final plea, January 3rd. Position 4, jury trial demand. Position 5 is a plea pending. Position 6 is reset final plea, January 3rd. Position 7 is a plea. Position 8, jury trial demand. And position 9 was a plea. He sent me. Let me check. Receive. I was talking to Judge about Barbara.
Mr. Barber, we've received the paperwork. You're free to go.
Oh, wait, I'm sorry.
Wait.
One moment, please, Your Honor.
Yeah.
And, if I may, Your Honor,
Yes.
you will have to, I'm gonna get Shelley Falk to sign off on the police statement again. Because it's like, they sent back the signature, but it's not checked off, so do you mind if I print it out and you just re-sign for me? Thank you so much. But it's received, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Barber.
Thank you, Judge. Have a great day.
Do the same.
No. So I'm gonna give you both, so you can look at them first. And then I believe Judge, he'll have to sign off on it again. So I just wanna give it to you first, so you can just double check. Thank you.
Oh, I see what you're talking about. So.
Right, so I sent back the original and it still wasn't checked off, yes or no.
Okay, so I'm just gonna have to recheck this side.
Yes, please. Thank you. We appreciate your patience. Maybe you can sign up for probation soon. With the QR code. Okay. So whichever one you want me to
Yeah,
give back
that
to.
one.
So hand this, okay.
Yeah.
And that's discard that. Okay. Thank you.
You have trash cans?
I sure do. Thank you.
Thank you.
And do you have an all-cross on that?
Yeah. Did I print out? We're out of paper. One moment. We didn't have paper. Sorry.
I remember when you didn't have to use some printer.
Oh, you? Sorry.
Your ink is getting ready to dry.
Yeah, I'm using it too much, right? Thank you.
And the doctor said, 20 minutes later.
Yes.
Anything you want? Oh, thank you. You did. Yeah, yeah. 375.
37. 10%.
Oh, okay, 37.50.
You need all the way across. 37.50 again. 37. 37.50. And 5% would be agencies.
And then go over. What's that?
37.50.
For what?
Right, and fraud.
37.50.
Then I'm gonna go over this traffic violation, only 563. Then library, $5.
In the
Total
total.
on 591.88.
All right. Thank you. Risk reduction. Risk reduction. Terminate. Okay. Or.
Did you already send the MP order for attorneys? Did you send MP order for attorneys?
No, I just know because I only have, I got green, Carlos. I have white, I don't have that. Did you do it the state court?
But Thomas was amended.
No, I'm talking about the charts too. The following too closely.
Oh, let me see. Oh, we agreed to MP the following too closely.
Or did I?
Check off this.
Yes, we do.
Thank you.
I
know.
Thank you. Oh, and he's gonna have to do the QR code. We have to sit over here with you after the thing. Thank you.
And we're ready on Mr. Merritt?
Yes, Your Honor. Just come up to the podium.
Yes, Your Honor.
Good afternoon again, Mr. Merritt.
Good afternoon, Your Honor.
Raise your right hand for me. Do you swear affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good. You can put your hand down. Yes, Ms. Githia.
Yes, Your Honor. For the charge of racing, it is 12 months to serve 30 days, credit for time served 2 days, to serve the remaining 28 days, and a $300 fine. The failure to maintain lane would be null prost. For the reckless driving, it merges into count 4, which is fleeing and eluding. For the fleeing and eluding, it is 12 months to serve 30 days, over 15 weekends, and a $1,000 fine. Does the defense stipulate to the facts, venue, and ID?
We would so stipulate.
And that's all I have, Your Honor.
It's my understanding that he would be allowed to report on, what was the date? Friday, November 10th, and serve 15 consecutive weekends.
Okay. And he does realize that if he served this time continuously, that he'd get 2 for 1. And because he's not serving it continuously, that he's serving it over weekends, and he's going to have to serve the entire amount of time.
Yes, sir, Your Honor, I understand. I'm not gonna miss a single weekend.
Okay, I'm not concerned about you missing a weekend.
Concerned that you're actually gonna be doing more time because of the.
Oh, yeah, Fulton
because of the
County
weekend
is, I heard.
Okay, I just wanted you'll be in jail twice as long by doing weekends. I'm happy to let you do the weekends, but I just want you to, I want to know that you're aware that it will be the entire time, as opposed to you won't get 1 day free for every day you serve. You understand that?
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
Okay.
I believe that's because of a work obligation.
I understand, yeah.
Most of the times I've done weekends, that's the reason why. Well, not me.
How many times?
You know what I mean.
That's my case, Your
Well,
Honor.
that's one word.
Okay, I understand, Mr. Merritt. And so it's my understanding that in case 22 CR 007253, you wish to plead guilty to racing, reckless driving, and fleeing and attempting to elude. Is that correct?
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
So the reckless is merging into the fleeing. Okay. Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol at the present time?
No, sir.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on these charges, and that by pleading guilty to them, you're giving up your right to a trial by jury?
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
Has anybody forced or coerced you to plead guilty?
No, sir, Your Honor.
Okay, I'll accept the plea as negotiated, Mr. Merritt. Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Forget it, you got a report.
And the null pros order was just sent to Ms. Bolton.
Okay.
Let me see. No.
Okay, I believe that completes the 1:30 calendars. Does anyone have anything further this afternoon?
Ms. Bray just sent the message. She said that she's on.
Okay, good afternoon, Ms.
Yes, Your Honor,
Bray.
I just joined the Zoom.
Okay.
Good afternoon, Your Honor.
I understand you filed a conflict. As such, your client was here. We reset his case for the show cause calendar on January 3rd at 1:30.
Yes, Your Honor, I'll mark that down. Thank you very much.
Okay, all right. We'll see you back first of the year.
Gotta be that one.
Your Honor, I do have a quick question. I have a client that has a court date tomorrow, but he doesn't know what kind of court appearance it is. Is tomorrow arraignments in your courtroom?
I think we have an Orca calendar tomorrow. I'm not on that calendar, so.
I am. What time do you report, or does your client report?
9 o'clock, I believe, is what it is.
That'll almost certainly be a status calendar. So it's not plea and arraignment, it's not final plea, it's not trial calendar, just to see where we're at.
Okay, so does he need to be there in person, or is that a Zoom court as well?
That can be Zoom.
Is it final plea? It's a final, it's a status? No.
Status.
It's a status, it's hybrid. So either Zoom or in person.
And Zoom is the same link you've used right now to get here to where you are.
Okay, all right. I didn't want to inadvertently make my client get an FTA, so thank you for clearing that up for me.
All right, you have a good afternoon.
Thank you.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. I have a question, just to clarify, to perfect the record, if I may. So for your client, so he's gonna serve 28 days in addition to 15 weekends?
No.
So they run concurrent or?
It's a 30-day sentence, credit for 2 days served.
Okay,
All of the balance will be served on consecutive weekends. He has to report every weekend until the 30 days is done.
so it will serve the remaining 28 days and
On
we have the 12 months to serve 30 days, 15 weekends.
No, yeah, well, yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So it's like, I just need to make sure the verbiage is correct so it can go. So it's gonna be 15 weekends in total?
Yes, that's the total sentence.
Okay.
I know it's a long time. It seems
Am I
like
saying
a long
that
time,
correctly?
but it's fine.
I mean, he does get credit for the time he's been in, so.
I think I just wanna make sure I'm clear because I think what's confusing me is serve the remaining 28 days and then we have the serve 30 days, 15 weekends. So I'm just trying to make sure that when I write this out, that it's so it's a total of 15 weekends.
That's the total sentence, correct?
Okay, that's correct.
Yes, so I think what you're trying to say is on count one, it just needed to read the same way count two did.
Yeah.
There you go. All right, so yes.
And then concurrent,
So
no,
count
no.
one and count two are running concurrent and serve on weekends. Needs to be
Concurrent.
in captions on count one as well as count two.
Yes, if you don't mind, please.
Of course.
Thank you. I'm sorry. I just want to make sure
I
that.
appreciate you making sure. I don't want him to.
Cause I didn't want to add.
Trouble for nothing. Don't worry.
Sorry, I didn't know.
Okay, there's nothing further. You all have a good rest of your day. See you next time.
Bye-bye. Have a good day.